Welcome to this presentation on APA-style citations. I'm Patricia Morris, Coordinator of Library Research at Florida Gateway College Library. In this session, we will cover key details for APA citations using the publication manual of the American Psychological Association 7th edition. You may be familiar with the previous 6th edition. This video will cover the 7th edition of the APA manual. We will also be showing the APA-style website, apastyle.apa.org, that has lots of helpful information. The APA format style is primarily used for the natural, social, and behavioral sciences, including health and technology-related fields, but can be assigned by an instructor of any subject area. Note that there are a lot of rules with any citation style, but the number one rule is to always follow your instructor's directions, even when they differ from the information given here. First, why do we need to cite our resources? When you write a paper, you will have a combination of information, ideas, and concepts, some that are original to you, and some information, ideas, and concepts that come from other sources, the research that you've done in preparing to write your paper. For any information that is not original to you, you must provide a citation that will answer the question, how do you know this? We use citations to show that you as a college student did the research yourself, to give credit for the work of others, to provide enough information so someone can look up the original source, and to avoid plagiarism. Today's presentation will help you understand how to use citations to properly give credit for the work of others and avoid plagiarism. There are two main ways we give credit in a paper. In-text citations, and specifically parenthetical citations, are notations used within the body of your paper to give credit right after you use the words or ideas of another. These then point the reader to the end of paper references page for the full and complete reference entry. Let's look at details for in-text citations in APA style. You can use information from a resource in several ways. A quote or quotation uses the author's exact words and must be attributed to the original author. We use quotation marks to show it is word for word from the original source. You could also paraphrase or summarize by putting the author's ideas in your own words. Because the information is not original to you, whether you quote, paraphrase, or summarize, you have to provide a citation. Parenthetical citations use the author date notation, adding a page number for a direct quote. Here are the examples with parenthetical citations added. It would be parentheses, author's last name, comma, year of publication, close parentheses. And for a quotation, you include P period and the page number. Note that the beginning parentheses is outside the quotation marks for a quote, and the final period comes after the closing parentheses. Another type of in-text citation is the narrative citation, in which you use the author's name as part of your sentence construction, followed by the year of publication in parentheses. There are variations on in-text citations, and this chart, taken from page 266 of the APA Publication Manual, compares formats when you have different types of authors, showing both parenthetical and narrative citation examples. You can also go to the apastyle.apa.org website, click on Style and Grammar Guidelines, and then In-Text Citations for more information and examples. Now let's look at creating entries for the end-of-paper list of resources called references. APA style has 4 basic elements: author, date, title, and source. These tell us who is responsible for the work, when it was published, what it's called, and where it can be retrieved. Any reference list entry will have variations of these elements. Here is an example taken from page 283 of the APA manual, showing how a citation entry is built. We look at our source, in this case a journal article, and find the elements we need: author, date, title, and source. The source here is the publication information for this article, including the journal title, volume and issue numbers, page numbers, and DOI. More about DOI shortly. Taking these elements, we can create the reference list entry. An important detail in APA is the capitalization of titles because there are two capitalization styles, sentence case and title case. In sentence case, you only capitalize the first letter of the first word, just like in a regular sentence like this. Libraries are a great place to study for exams. Only the L in libraries is uppercase, everything else is lowercase. These titles of books and articles are in sentence case. If you have a subtitle, you also capitalize only the first letter of the first word of the subtitle. Proper nouns such as the names of people or places are always capitalized as you normally would, like Abraham Lincoln. Sentence case is used for the titles of articles, books, and other works in the reference list. A common error is to have incorrect capitalization of article and book titles in the reference list. They use sentence case. The other capitalization style is title case. In title case, you capitalize the first letter of all the major words, as shown here. Usually words of 3 or fewer letters are not capitalized. Journal titles are always in title case and are italicized. The titles of articles, books, and other works within the text or body of your paper are in title case. Note that the capitalization style depends on where you are using the title, if it's in the reference list or within the body of your paper. For example, in the reference list, an article title is in sentence case, while in a paragraph, an article title is in title case and in quotations. This ebook title in the reference list is in sentence case and in italics. Within a paragraph, it is in title case and in italics. Here's another example. In this reference entry, the article title is in sentence case. And within the paper, the article title is in title case and in quotations. Journal titles are always in title case and italics. See pages 167 to 168 of the APA manual, or go to apastyle.apa.org for more information and examples on sentence case and title case capitalization. The APA Style website has helpful quick reference guides to create reference entries for journal articles, books, and a chapter in an edited book. To find them, go to the apastyle.apa.org website and click on Instructional Aids, then scroll down to Reference Quick Guide. Let's create a reference entry for this article. All the information we need is included here at the top and will follow the format of the quick reference guide for a journal article, going element by element. We're going to be looking at the basics here, but there are many variations and details for each element. See Chapter 9 on the reference list and Chapter 10 for reference examples in the APA manual or on the APA Style website for much more. For the author, list the last name, comma, and then only the initials for the first name, period. Do not spell out first or middle names and do not include credentials such as RN or PhD. If there are two authors, use an ampersand between the names. The author is Yildiz, comma, E, period. Next is the year of publication, 2019, which is in parentheses and has a period after the closing parentheses. The article title and subtitle are Ethics in Nursing, a systematic review of the framework of evidence perspective. The article title and subtitle are in sentence case, then period. The rest of the entry pertains to the source element. We have the name of the periodical, the journal Nursing Ethics, which is in title case and italics, comma. Then the volume number 26, which is also in italics, followed directly by the issue number 4, which is in parentheses and is not in italics. And note that there is no space between the volume number and the parentheses for the issue number. Then comma. and then the page number or page range, here 1128 through 1148, period. The final part of this entry is the DOI. DOI stands for Digital Object Identifier and is an alphanumeric string that is unique to this article and is written as a hyperlink. The format is https://doi.org/ and then the string. Most scholarly articles will have a DOI either included with the article or given on the detail page in the database like this, but they may be written in a different format. If it is not in the correct DOI format, rewrite it like this. There is no concluding period to the entry after a DOI. This is the complete entry for this article. Reference entries are double-spaced with the first line flush with the left margin and subsequent lines indented a ½ inch. If your article does not have a DOI, there are several things to consider. If the article was originally published in a journal or on a website and is included in a database such as the EBSCO or Gale databases but does not have a DOI, you will conclude the entry after the page number. Do not include the database name or any URL. This entry will look the same as if it was from a print journal. An exception to this would be an article from a database that, quote, publishes original proprietary works available only in that database. CQ Researcher, which has original reports not published elsewhere, is this type of database. Ask yourself, is this the only place I can get this content? If yes, the source element would include the name of the database in title case and italics, and any other given publication information such as volume and issue number and a period. Then include the URL. In APA, do not put a period at the end of an entry after a DOI or a URL. Your research may come from a website and not a database. The format would be author, period, the date, however it is given in the source, in parentheses, period, title of the specific web page you are using, in sentence case and in italics, period, then the name of the larger website, if any, and if different from the author, period, and then the URL with no concluding period. If the author and the website name are the same, put it only in the author element, as in the World Health Organization example. If the website does not show a date, put N period D period in parentheses and include a retrieval date showing the date you accessed the information before the URL. Also, if the information will likely change, include a retrieval date. Here are some variations to the source element. Follow an example that most closely matches the resource you are using. There are so many rules in APA that we have highlighted only a few key details. Remember that the APA Publication Manual and the APA Style website are your best resources for learning correctly formatted citations and papers. Both formats have over 100 examples of reference entries and in-text citations, examples of rules, and sample papers. You can always contact the FGC Library with questions about citations. We are here to help. Thank you for watching, and good luck.